Welcome, everybody. This is the Daily Dharma. My name's Dina with Empressivewarrior. Thanks, everybody, for joining, lending your energy. Let's take a moment and take a deep breath, take in some of that smudge energetically. Cleansing, clearing, opening to the messages here, setting our intentions. First card out is coherence. A few more there. I'm seeing on the bottom romantic love with delight. What else? Consciousness, emergence. This one wants to be known. Synergy. And I believe this is tantric. Journey. That's interesting. I don't know if some of you are being faced with a conscious lover or the opportunity to attract a conscious lover, or if you're just manifesting the word justice. So, okay, coherence. What are we understanding and integrating within ourselves that's putting some influence in the situation? We have allowance, fertility, and dynamic. Understanding how the situation lends itself to certain outcomes. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. Let me go ahead and get just a few more cards out here. So, okay, understanding what type of partnership is growth oriented versus which ones are characterized by strategy, by conflict energy, by simply feeling not okay. What does it take to have two people be on the same page? I want this card. Alchemy. That's exactly what it takes. So let's place that one at the end of the row. It looks like we're going to make a snake. Let's come back the other way. We've got a realization happening in love, perhaps. Underneath that, we have magic, healing, transition, consciousness, delight, and prosperity. Ooh. All of that. There's a lot of messy emotions that are being cleared up here, I feel. Something that's been possibly chaotic. Understanding something about a romantic dynamic or just some type of dynamic or thought process within ourselves. Coming out, we have compassion. It seems that compassion wants to offer a softening as far as maybe for some, this is something that's created a lot of back and forth, a push and pull dynamic where there's been the expression of limits, the expression of needs, the expression of our understanding, our expectations, and then the rebuttals. It's like almost like justice. It's almost like a court proceeding here where it's telling me that there's been this back and forth, that now the struggle, the fight, and this doesn't have to be a romantic situation for everybody, but it seems to be reflected upon or influencing our romantic choices as well. So some type of alchemical predisposition here. It's like we're really putting our attention into how we're feeding into a situation that isn't helping us grow in the direction that we choose, and taking back our power from that. And in that moment, it's almost like the struggle stops. We don't have any more points that we really care to make because we're no longer interested in pushing against or being heard or understood, excuse me. And so, yes, communication. I feel there's a communication breakdown. There's a song going in my head. What is that? Communication breakdown. It's always the same. Having a nervous breakdown. Driving me insane. Is that how it goes? So yeah, there's a shift in communication with discernment and cosmic flower. I think that you're pulling back, you're shifting this dynamic that's been at work or play at 444 on the counter. You're reseating your care, your attention to something, using your discernment to say, when I'm in that energy, it doesn't feel good. And so withdrawing from that is helping you to evolve in a new way. It's like just redirecting your energy here. Just maybe 2 or 3 more. All right, there they are, and that's way more than 3. Miracle on the bottom, though. There's 3, 3. 33 master number. So self-actualization, self-mastery, understanding this karmic lesson is a miracle breakthrough that's going to help you with your peace of mind. So let's see. Okay, we have universal love, the divine masculine, how we use our energy and the influences and directed actions that we take. And here we have heart chakra, again, with that softening of how we use our energy. It's like that's telling me that the divine masculine here has been fighting for peace, whether in a relationship or within the self, some type of heart-mind disagreement, or somehow compromising one's ideas about, well, for instance, the one that keeps coming up, if this is a workplace thing, is it's like, well, I'm being paid to be here, so, it's not my circus, not my monkeys. But then it's like, in the support or in the continuance of the dynamic, it's continued to influence and affect the way that you're able to hold your own sense of peace and your heart expansion. Something's limited and squeezing you, something's bothering you at the heart level. So it's important. And here we have the last 3: Gaia, third eye chakra, and remembrance. I'm going to make this come full circle here. So the flow of things in our lives, it's like instinctually, intuitively, we're understanding, we're remembering different factors, and we're starting to almost build a case for and against something that's been perpetuated or continuing throughout our lives. And it seems like there's this labyrinth of understanding, and we're kind of going up and down, back and forth, but ultimately we're really utilizing a sense of nostalgia and various things to help us understand the next course of right action. So I believe from yesterday we've got knowledge on the bottom of the deck. Came out a couple times. Let's get a little more information about what's being understood about this growth versus non-growth, and how we allow things to keep going. It's some karmic cycle that's been going around. And coming out to clarify, we first have faith. So have faith that some dynamic is, I'm hearing, going through its death throes. So some type of challenging, discordant situation, having faith that something's working out, that something is falling into line here, that we needed this lesson somehow, intuition again. So you're remembering something and basing, I'm hearing and sensing that it's like, I'm getting again that courthouse feel about, the defense is mounting and they're saying, oh yes, well, this and this, and look at, evidence of character that has been built since the time of that event. And it's like, even though you may have faith that this person may be doing something for the better, it's almost like you've already made your choice. The water has already made it under the bridge. And here we also have that sacred sexuality energy here is like, it's no longer caught up. Just like I said before, it's like there's no points left to prove. And when it's at that point, I don't know, some of you, this may still be a factor where you're still brought into remembering when it was good times and basing some of your longing upon that. However, I think for others of you, the romance has already died because of the lack of truer, deeper connection. Something's already been kind of, I want to say, ruined. It's a pretty harsh word. Let's see. Flipping in the deck, we have surfacing. I think also your own energies are starting to just naturally flow into a different direction, where you're starting to bring back your energy that was kind of caught up in this dynamic of either arguing or whatever it might have been for you. And your energies are kind of coming back to the forefront of your mind as you remember things like, oh yeah, I haven't done this in a while, I think I'm going to do that. And then in the course of, you know actually seeing that maybe you're happier once you refrain from talking and communicating in some old fashion with some person, I think that you're going to understand that your energy starts to be self-correcting in this moment. I kind of want this one, confidence. I think also there's been some type of fear of your level of attractiveness, but underneath that we have manifest. I think that you've been manifesting a new opportunity that's more mutually beneficial, more exciting, more fulfilling, somebody who understands you at the soul level instead of constant controversy and misunderstanding, which kind of talks about a lack of resonance at the base level, correct? Lack of compatibility, if nothing else. And it can be constructive to debate and to take in other people's information, but it has its time and place. And sometimes I think that we can, whether we can remember these dynamics and uh, family dynamics and such from an early age that have kind of set us up to be tolerant of things that we should not allow. I think that we're recognizing the old pattern and having that miracle breakthrough. And now we have prayers flipping over in the deck here. It's coming over, allowing your alchemy and compassion to bring you universal love. And so I think that you're being fulfilled here in that love sense with a resurgence, a resurfacing of your inner energy, your naturally correcting self-mastery energy is kind of helping you to break through and recognize what true love, even divine love and sacred devotion and connection, synergy relationships, taking action based from the heart, not based upon fear and anxiety of loss, abandonment, rejection, playing out these old psychological looping behaviors that have kept us attached or codependent in the past. So yeah, praying for some type of newfound energy to come in. It seems that that's being answered. And underneath the deck we have caretaker, union, contact, which I'm reading as contract, and right. I think that there's a new soul union, a new soulmate contract being written by your manifestation potential. So stay confident, stay steadfast in faith that you are enough, you're beautiful, you are worthy, and you are attracting great love on every level. But right now we have to be present and show up for the universal friendship love, the agape love, the pure of heart that are showing up in our lives, and actually use that love to help us to draw our chins up and say, yes, there is a lot of love here for me. And if I can be thankful for it in these capacities, it's only a matter of time before it's evidenced in the whatever realm that's being challenged for you, whether it's work, home, family, friends, or intimate partnership, whatever it might be. I just want to say stay prayed up, and that's not a religious context for most of you. It's just like that manifestation is a prayer. Prayer is manifestation. So yeah, it's somebody who is going to, not that you need this on the codependent level, but as a caretaker yourself, I feel that you have been finding yourself in old dynamics of caretaker and care needer dynamics where there's been somebody over giving and somebody over receiving. There's been some type of imbalance that's coming to your attention. And now you're being told that now that you've set proper limits with other individuals, the prayerful answer of universal love is that there is somebody coming in for you that is going to also be highly respectful and attuned to your needs and wants and desires in your love language, and is going to be able to caretake beside you and caretake with you and for you, as well as to receive. So maybe you need to write down some of these manifestations and demands for the universe. Demands are okay. It really sets firm boundaries with our manifestation criteria. Here we have divinity coming over, universal love, prayers. So yeah, there's a divine intervention, speaking and answering our prayers. Change of mind. This may have been something that we prayed for in the past, or unanswered prayers, like maybe we really wanted to get married and have kids with one individual, and all of a sudden through this realization process it's like, oh, eureka. There was something here about not being on the same page. And with page, even I'm hearing like there's an emperor or empress in their on their throne, and then the page comes masquerading with all of these grand visions, and it was very easy to for your capacity for love and understanding and caretaking to naturally nurture and have faith in this person's affirming ideas. And that, yeah, maybe they came in for a while, but it's ultimately like there's something here that you've outgrown at the bare minimum, and so you've changed your mind. And so as you express this change of mind, shifting jobs or relationships, or shifting the way that you show up in the world, it's like there's a new heart-based decision and choice coming in. And it may be like you thought you could be friends with somebody, but now it's like it's just not in your best interest, perhaps because it's just argumentative, or it brings up a lot of inner dissonance within yourself, inharmonious thoughts, whether it's projections about this person or just observations, or people. I sense that with your growth cycle now, you're kind of leveling up, and certain individuals aren't interested in going in the same direction. So they're taking up a different level of influence in your life. Not everybody's going to go away, but there's different people that you're moving away from while this chapter or the next sequence of events are taking place. Right comes out again. So yes, write out your choices and your decisions and your criteria. Some type of very almost black and white statements. Like, I was watching this video earlier. Her name's Andy. I can't remember the name of her channel. 13 Moon, something such as that. And she was talking about if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's a duck. And there's something about actually getting very firm and specific about what is and is not working and what we have observed, just kind of neutrally stating it out there and stating the observation, the standard that's expected and demanded of the situation, and the discrepancy, and just leaving it at that. There's something about the simplicity of not justifying the defense because you are the prosecutor in this situation. I keep getting the image of the never-ending story where there's the gateway, that third eye lightning bolt from the third eye of Shiva coming in into our energy to be the divine, I don't want to say caster of judgment on the ego level, but that's what it's coming through as. It's like we're being asked to cast judgment about what do we deserve and what do we choose in this next phase. And if this is not showing us from the level of heart-based interaction and integrity and character that we have come with, the purity of heart that we've exhibited, if it is not up to that standard, then we need to create proper distance and proper limits with the energies, because energy is always equalizing within proximity. And I'm just saying that is like when we surround ourselves with people that are doing great things, then we can start to be more inspired, and our brain starts kind of being more wired to, oh yeah, I see more opportunities. Maybe where if somebody's always negative and deflecting and judgmental, we start to be a little bit more anxious or considerate of other people's judgments and thinking, well, you know, this person exhibits this and that person exhibits this. What are they thinking about me? And then this inner dialogue about self becomes us looking at others and thinking, well, at least I'm here, but this person is here. And so there's this hierarchical judgment happening within somebody else's energy that's been affecting and influencing your own sense of self here. And intuitively, I think that you understand that you it doesn't feel good and that you need some distance here. So yeah, distance. And then I look at these contact and integrity. Who around us? It's like going no contact because of a lack of integrity or something else that's been exhibited, and remembering all the things that we allowed. And it's not about the one statement on the one day, it's about the accumulation of hundreds or thousands of comments over the course of time that can subtly erode our own faith and confidence in in the beauty of the now, in the human dimension, and how other people are living their own lives, you know, letting them just to live and to let live, and to be more concerned about creating a beautiful space instead of talking about all of the things that make this not a safe or beautiful place, or so on. Yeah, and so this is, even if it's not so called intended as such, it's being told to us in this reading that these are forms of allowing other people to gaslight our reality. The way that we're tied to our personal truth is influenced. And I believe that once we remove this allowance for this old pattern to continue to yap in our psyche, in our conscious awareness, I think that we're going to feel very liberated, free, this resurgence of personal faith and ability and awareness. It's like, you know, even if this is a business thing, it's like that money becomes dirty money when it affects us poorly at 2222 on the timer. And that's the divine masculine, 22. And it's time to choose for a healthier dynamic here, and to set a firm boundary in this way. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing somebody kind of polishing their third eye. I know that's kind of silly, but it's like, once we state that new limit or boundary or something here, and our intention, or maybe not stating, maybe just ghosting for some of you if it's appropriate for your situation, but once that has been declared or decided, it's as though there's going to be this bargaining situation, this guilt trip, this shaming, this talking in circles moment. And I think that there's going to be a need for us to kind of go a little bit silent here and to take care of our own energy and vibration. It's like, it's not you, it's me. You know, I appreciate that you're trying hard, or that you're this, or that you didn't intend this or that. However, the way it influences me is something else. And in order for me to take care of my life and my business, I'm calling the right to refuse service, or something such as that. You know, it's like, not even being harsh, but being just straight up. Yeah, you're about to level up in some type of a way. We've got fairy music, fairy magic, music, and immunity. So music, immusicy, fairy music. Why is that? Like the three are kind of interconnected. So it's almost like it's music to your ears, that you're no longer complicit or feeling obligated. It's like um, we're no longer subjecting ourselves. Oh, here's voice. Look at that. Voice. Yeah, we're using our voice to take back our consciousness from this gaslighting, fairy magic BS that's been at work or play. And it's like, um, the music's loud and clear in our ears, and it's like we're done with that scenario. We're done with that, with that whole trial and error thing. We've given the chances and it's time to move along. So let's go ahead, and since this seems to be something that you may have some back and forth defense going on, let's get some Art of War, Doubted Ching messages to round up these messages here. We've also got some zodiac specific readings starting to upload. We've got 6 coming very soon as YouTube gets on the ball and uploads my content. Again, I have no idea why YouTube is difficult for me to upload. I think other people can upload in about an hour, and every time I try to upload, it takes more than a day. It's a little bit interesting in that way. Okay, I kind of want those ones. We've got 2 Doubted Ching, and Sun Tzu said, the quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon, which enables which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. So it's like you're that perfectly timed prosecutor, destroying the arguments and just saying, I'm not reconsidering type of a thing. I've thought about this quite a bit. And so it's also about timing, divine timing for you to get to this point and to understand what you understood about this thing. Maybe you just want to put it in writing, give that 2 weeks notice, or just say cold turkey. But it's about also waiting to the appropriate time till they're receptive, until perhaps you've created some type of closure. Maybe if you've got pending projects, it's like, I'm going to see this one project through to its completion, and then after that time, I'll be done type of a thing, Yeah, whatever it is for you. It says, get your timing right. Timing is critical in war, in business, in sport, and in our relationships with other people. Deciding on your strategy or your plan is essential, but it is only as good as it is appropriate for the situation. Don't rush in like a bull in a china shop. Wait, and when the time is right, don't hesitate. And I would offer that maybe we don't want to burn a bridge. I'm feeling that as well. So, okay, we've got 3. 48 is under the deck. It says, in pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. Yeah, like a bad vibe that you've been tolerating. Less and less do you need to force things or fight to find your point being accepted or understood, until finally you arrive at non-action. I'm seeing non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. So maybe you don't have to finish that project. True mastery can be gained by letting things go their own way. That's right. Live and let live. It can't be gained by interfering. Yeah, so also just briefly, it's been brought to my attention in recent months about, you can make your subtle demands, and especially in a personal relationship, but people are going to be how they're going to be. And if you demand that they exhibit a different behavior, then you're altering their choices, and it seems that that's not necessarily sustainable for many. And so sometimes we have to just recognize that people are choosing for themselves what they prefer. And if they've shown you what they prefer, if they prefer to quack while you prefer to sing a soul song, then do you really want to duck in your choir? 33, I love this, the miracle number over here. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. But mastering yourself is true power. If you realize that you have enough, you are truly rich. If you stay in the center and embrace death with your whole heart, you will endure forever. There's something here also about, perhaps, take this with a grain of salt, meditate upon it, our own fear of abandoning others or being abandoned ourselves that creates this entangled, enmeshed false loyalty with those who haven't earned it or sustained the deserving nature of that. So it's not that they don't deserve love. All people probably need love, especially the ones that are hurt themselves. But we don't need to fear letting go. There's something better on the horizon for both parties. Don't stand in the hallway with your hand on the closed, locked door. 47, without opening your door, you can open your heart to the world. Without looking out your window, you can see the essence of the Tao. The more you know, the less you understand. The master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, achieves without doing a thing. So maybe this is a situation where you walk in to give your notice, and as soon as you sit down, you're having that couple back and forth niceties with the manager or the client, and all of a sudden there's this. They tell you that they've had to come to a difficult decision, and the partnership is now not going to continue. And this here might be what we're being told. But for many of you, it is about using your voice. And so just kind of pointing out that we're not really on the same page. I was personally feeling that it's time to make a different decision. This person may be on the same page. And so approached in the right way, not like the bull in the china shop, but with compassionate declarations of differences of direction, I think that you can agree to disagree and have a mutually approved resolution here in some people's capacity. And we have 47 and 48 here on those, and 33 and 33. There's some type of a sync up. It's the right time to make this decision that you're coming here to get some information about. So take good care. Do your meditation and writing down what you're asking the universe to help you co-create, and it's about to come in. So release yourself, liberate yourself, and pull back that energy. Get ready to take flight in a new way. Take good care of yourself on your path to self-mastery, folks. It's here for you. Until next time.